Studios.
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. But there can be only one. What's more metal? With Dan Weber, Nariko and Randy.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast where two badass pee-hole stretching comedians talk about the most metal shit in the universe.
Got a unicorn somehow.
You certainly do. That voice right over here is the Mary Kate to my Ashley Olsen. Comedian Dan Weber.
Yeah, we're twins.
That's
That was
right.
worth the wait.
Yes. Gonna put it on the pizza. Comedian Nariko Watt. Over this way, we got super metal producer Dr. Randy.
Is that
Wolfman Randy.
Bringing you the hits at the full moon.
I gotta remember to get that soundboard up and running.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Master of the empty soundboard.
One of the things on it has to be a man like tuberculosis coughing his life out. Give me another TB cough there, Randy.
Just that deep, like, cough that like it just sounds heinous.
And,
Yeah.
and then
Death
ends
rattle.
with a spitting liquid in a bowl.
It's basically what Scott Stapp is going to sound like when he's an old man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, give me a sound of someone biting onto a fork. Yeah, all right. Dr. Randy. Master of the ones and twos and the PBJ.
Yeah.
Master of the PBJ.
Master of it.
Yes. Oh my God. Dan, how was your week? What happened?
Pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Pretty good. This morning, I had to get up early. Because my dad wanted to go to breakfast, and he had his heart set on this fucking casino in Washington, like maybe 20 miles north of Vancouver.
Oh, is it the
Ilani or
yeah,
something like that?
Yeah.
So we drove up there, and I was like, I told him I needed to be home by like 1.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't, but I didn't want to leave in the afternoon and just be gone all of afternoon.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
just fucking cutting my day in half and pisses me off a little bit.
For sure.
So like let's just get it over with, or not over with, but you know what I mean. Like
Get it done.
Get it done, and then I have the rest of the day. So we show up there, and we show up like 40 minutes before the breakfast buffet opens. Which, first of all, why is the brunch buffet opening not until 11 at a casino?
Well,
That's
Was it brunch or breakfast?
brunch.
Okay.
Because it's Sunday. And it's like fucking... But, I mean...
It should be open
11
at like...
is lunch.
11's late. Yeah, it should be open at like 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking casino, so they want you to just be there all night anyway.
Yeah. And it's not fucking Vegas. People aren't out until 4 in the morning there. Like,
I mean, they'd like you to be.
right, but they're not gonna be.
Yeah, they're probably not. Yeah, definitely not going to be. But, man, I don't really go to the casinos, the Indian casinos around very often. So it's always jarring when I walk in and to see like just how much they've tried to make it like Las Vegas as soon as you walk in the doors. And it's trying so fucking hard. It's like, yeah, you're going to have a really good time. There's flashing lights and shit. It's 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday, bro. There's no one to fucking hear. There's like all the machines are needlessly on. There's like sounds like they're pumping in sounds of games being played and no one's playing them.
Yeah.
It's just like beep beep
No
beep dung dung
shit.
dung 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 and no one is there. Literally no one was playing any games when we walked in, and it sounded like it was full.
Wow.
You could hear like you could hear murmuring getting pumped in as sound.
Jesus Christ.
It was fucking nuts. So then we went to this bar, the only thing that was serving food. and it was fucking super expensive. It was like $16 for a plate
Of course.
that had hash browns, bacon, and eggs and toast. For I think it was $15 a plate.
So it wasn't even a buffet.
No, the
this
thing
is
we
a
went to
different
because it
buffet.
was closed. The buffet
Oh,
was closed.
Fucking Christ.
So the thing with it was advertising a seafood buffet, which I'm like, that would be fine, I guess. But what we got instead was like, it was like shitty expensive Denny's. Like it was not good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I got a thing with bacon, and it was called an Applewood smoked bacon. And then it just comes out, and the bacon was like 2 strips that are like a half-inch wide
Yeah.
and like nearly paper thin, and like
burned to a
kind of
fucking
burned.
crisp.
Not burned to a crisp, but definitely not. Like if it was Applewood smoked, it was
Yeah, it'd be
no, it was not smoked in any way. The only thing it was smoked by was crack. It was crack smoked bacon.
Dude, I fucking
Yeah, it was bad.
I feel like this is an old people thing. Like my fucking mom's husband would like he'll like rave about fucking shit where you're like, there's no way, man, and like
Oh no. I don't want to give you the impression that my dad liked it.
oh okay.
Like he'd
Okay,
never
good.
been there before. And so when we were walking out and he was like, yeah, we could have just got that shit at Denny's. I'm like, yeah, we could have just stayed in town. We made plans for later to go so that we can go get to the actual buffet
Okay.
to see how that is, because that's what he wanted to do as well.
Which, like, fair.
Which is
That's
fair.
fair.
Like it's fair. I mean, and I don't know, man. I mean, I'm like, if it's a seafood buffet, maybe just get load up on a bunch of salmon or some shit. But
Yeah.
fuck, man. Like, I just find those Indian casinos hilarious. Oh, and another thing, listeners, in case you want to get some really great free entertainment on March 13th, Smash Mouth
Nice.
is playing the Alani Casino
Nice.
No shit.
for free.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey now, they're rock stars.
Oh, we should go.
I am
Kinda
working
want
at
to.
Helium. I'm working at Helium that
that's
weekend.
right.
Otherwise, I would absolutely do it.
On the 13th?
Man.
Yeah, 13th of March.
You want to go, Nariko?
Yeah, dude.
It's the day before my birthday
Did
dinner.
they do Walking on the Sun? Was that them too?
Yeah, it was them. It was sure
Fuck
them.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, listeners, if you want to go get some free entertainment 20 miles north of Vancouver, there you go.
Ooh, maybe.
At the Alani Casino.
It's what's more metal. Oh yeah. Don't delay. And now this bacon's running out. These eggs come from a jug, and then we scramble them out. Fucking so heinous.
Yeah. I was looking, because they have a sign, the big neon sign saying what's coming next. And I couldn't read. There was something that showed 2 ladies that looked like they were like enjoying themselves. So I'm like, I don't know what that is. And
Not for me.
I never saw it again. But then I was watching it, and like right before we drove past it, Smash Mouth came up, and it was like March 13th, free. And I'm like, God damn,
Dude,
how the
fuck
mighty
yeah.
have fallen.
Oh, Friday the 13th too. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn, you have to go see it, because
Yeah.
the curse of some fucking burial ground is going to rise up and murder Smash Mouth.
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th. Yeah, you can go there with your $13 tattoo, healing up, still under plastic.
And be a rock star.
Yeah. Bam, 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 bam.
I don't even fucking remember that song.
I got a $13. It is a down. Yeah, whatever. It's a type of whatever. You don't know that? That
I
song?
know I've heard it, but
Bam, bam,
it doesn't.
bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. This isn't jogging your memory?
No.
Bam, 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 bam.
Oh.
Oh, producer Dr. Randy's in that. That should be your Dr. Randy voice.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking so funny.
Just Stoma voice.
Yeah.
I'd love it if you could play some bars of that, but then it'll get banned off of YouTube,
Yeah.
so we can't do it.
Yeah, we cannot.
Because
Thank you,
unfortunately,
Sarah
for some
McLachlan.
reason, YouTube values Smash Mouth.
And Sarah McLachlan, apparently. I don't know. I haven't been doing much. I've been trying to God, I don't know, just working on a bunch of crafts. I've been drinking too much lately. Been having too many, just like not getting wasted, but just having a couple of beers like every fucking night. And so last night I was like, all right, it's time to get your life together again. And I just didn't. I went to bed, didn't have anything to drink or whatever. And I forgot this happens every time I like take like a sober break. I start having these insane dreams of just sweets, of sugar. And like last night, I literally had like probably like an hour and a half long dream of just people dipping caramel apples and shit. And I was just like, oh, that looks really good. And so what's that, caramel and an apple? It's fucking nice. It happens every fucking time. I don't know. It's just my body's just craving all the fucking sugar I'm not getting or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. I don't know. There's nothing else. We just had a podcast 2 nights ago with Ben Harkins. It's going to be
Ben Harkins on the Patreon.
Drops this Wednesday.
Yeah, so keep an ear out for that. So we've gone through all of our good stuff happened material.
I mean, nothing really of any import.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I'm
this
just saying
week
for
was...
myself. I
mean,
yeah. I didn't have a whole lot happen. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, just fucking craziness. Had a guy, I don't know. There was a guy at the breakfast that was trying to get. He was like, "Hey, he was like an old dude with his wife, and he was like, "Hey, if you guys want to sit with us at a table, if they, because we were waiting in line for like a table to clear up, and he was like, if you guys want to sit with us and share a table," I'm like, I would blow my brains out before I ever did. Like I'm like, oh no, I'd rather have them just bring a hot plate of food and throw it in my fucking crotch before I'd rather do that. I hate meeting new people. I hate fucking, I don't know. Not like that, but I don't want to fucking talk to that forced. So what are you guys up to? Blood dying? Us too, or whatever. It's fucking, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, they wanted to fuck.
It's probably, yeah, well, I hope not. They were probably 70.
No, I mean, that's
great.
Yeah, they were like, listen, maybe these two youngsters want to get some lessons in.
Yeah, we're going to get some of this chai tea they make here and get all revved up. I'll take a blood thinner, get my
dick semi-hard, and then we'll see if he likes watching his girlfriend get railed by the gray line.
Yeah. The old silver bullet, as we call it. It's not very big.
It's a greyhound.
See if I can get this
greyhound coming into the station.
See if I can't get this thing up to a fighting 70%. Fighting 70%. Ooh.
Let's see if that young man wants to visit Hangman's Cove.
Looks like the gray coats are rising in the south. Hey. That was a new joke when I thought of it. I'm elderly. Fuck, I hate it. Ugh, fucking terrible. I was gonna say though, my just real fast, my mom's husband, he'll rave about boring shit, and I realized that that's just a thing old people do.
Yeah.
And that was a thing where he made my whole. He's like, oh, you know what the best place on earth to get breakfast is? It's the best place ever. It's the Love's truck stop right outside of Wilsonville. Num 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 or whatever. And you're like, the truck stop? You're like, oh yeah, best possible. Boy, I don't know what they do, but they just and then like whatever. And they make this minestrone soup, and you're like, that is not even how that's pronounced. But yeah, anyway, I've heard him go off about grapes for like 15 minutes.
God damn,
just
dude.
like, oh boy, there's this lady down the street. She's got these grapes, boy. Oh, you think you've had grapes? You haven't had shit. These are the best grapes. I thought I loved my kids, and then I had one of these grapes.
I didn't even know what love is.
Yeah, I didn't even understand. It was just like...
He picks up the grape and fucking I Want to Feel What Love Is by Foreigner comes on the radio. Just like, I want you to show me. And it just pops it in his mouth. He's like, now I know.
Oh, my God. It's like a back rub from God. It's just so good. And again, it's a grape. Just fucking goes off. And you're just like, this, what? Like,
I legitimately, if I ever hit that point, I want you to promise me to put a bullet through my head.
I've approached it.
I'll seriously consider it.
I've approached it in that...
You don't have to seriously consider it. I'm giving you permission right now.
It's on record.
I've approached it with like, where you're just like, it's a good flavor of LaCroix or whatever.
I always know that shit's about to happen with my mom because she'll just walk up to me with zero context and just go, "What happened was." Like, all right, here goes 20 minutes of my life. Here we go.
What happened was. What a weird way to start a story.
Oh, yeah. 20 to 30% of the way through the story. That's where my entrance point is.
That's when you're like, okay.
Yeah.
So this was on Earth. We're narrowing it down.
Yeah, I always knew when my mom wanted me to do something for her, whenever she would just invite me over, because it was always the case.
Oh, yeah.
There was never a time, like after I graduated from high school, where my mom asked me to come over and didn't want me to build something or carry something or some shit like that. And it got to the point.
So good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. You're so. Don't mind that. Just 4 full kegs I need to bring upstairs for a party. It's fine. Could you?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a Flurg shelving system from IKEA. It's mostly in parts over there.
Dude, one time we went to Tillamook for Father's Day to go have dinner with my dad. And this was the last time my ex-wife made me hang out with my mom. Like before that, she was like, she's your family. You should probably spend time with her. And I'm like, I don't think you understand what's happening, but okay, I don't want to fucking deal with it. I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
We show up, and she made us dinner, and I'm like, we're gonna have dinner with Dad in like 45 minutes, so I can't. And then she's like, oh, and then she hangs out. And she's like, oh, yeah, your Uncle Carl is showing up with a desk that I had him buy in Portland. Can you just help him bring it into the apartment? And she lived on the 2nd floor of this apartment. And so Carl showed up, and what she didn't say was it was fucking huge.
Of course.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't even put together. So it was like all these parts that we had to fucking haul up. And then she was like, well, can you, hang out and help me put it together? I'm like, no, I can't fucking do that. I'm going to go have dinner with Dad, and then we're going to go home. So that's not going to fucking happen. And I thought Bethany was going to put up a stink about it or whatever. And we're walking away, and she's like that all the time, isn't she? And I'm like, yeah. Haven't you noticed? Yeah. This is exactly what happens all the time. She's like, we never have to talk to her again. I'm like, fucking perfect. And I didn't. I did not talk to her again for 10 years.
There you go.
It was awesome. It was a good 10 years.
Desk still wasn't put together.
No, my brother-in-law put it together because he had just married my sister, so he was trying to stay in my mom's good graces because my sister hadn't come to the realization of what my mom was like yet. That didn't happen for a long time until like maybe 3 years before the end when my sister spent. So my sister bought this because my mom at a certain point couldn't get off the couch. Like it was too hard for her to get up. So my sister bought one of those fucking love seats that has hydraulics that just like lift you up to mostly prone, and then you could just kind of fall off and walk out.
My grandma had one of those,
Right?
Yeah.
So, and it's like $5,000 fucking love seat. So she bought it from my mom, had it delivered, put it together, and was like, here you go, Ma. Here, here's this thing. And she's like, it's green, and my favorite color is red.
No.
And my sister was like, just like all the things I had told her, like all came flooding back, and she's like, oh yeah, she is a bitch. Like now I get it. And then like it just snapped. Like then from then on, it was like, yeah, she's just a short leash. Like that was enough. But it took so much to get my sister on board. But finally she was like, oh yeah, she's not a good person.
Yeah, that sucks. Fuck. I was gonna say that's rough, but then I said
you went from rock and suck. You went from rough and rough.
I
and
went
suck.
rough and suck, and I said that rocks, which is the opposite of what I.
It is the opposite of all the things that you said.
Right. Boy, that rocks. Yeah. No, your mom sounds awesome. Frankly, that's just the shit.
Yeah.
Outspoken. I like it.
God, I want to do that. Oh, son.
Knows what she wants.
Oh, son, I'm glad you're here. It's planting season.
You know what I like? A lady without boundaries.
You know what? Oh, I haven't seen you since Father's Day. Come in. Also, the wheat needs threshing. So,
Could you possibly churn this cream into butter? It only takes about 8 hours.
This toast is so dry.
Couldn't you do something about this, Dan?
I guess I'll just choke to death on it. Dry toast.
Dude.
Oh, this popcorn will probably be a good substitute. Oh, that's right.
It's dry too.
I also need butter for that. Well, I guess this bran muffin... Shit.
I guess I'll just whip up some can't do it without butter, though.
Well, good thing this hot steamed corn is... No.
Oh, darn it. I guess it's down to the mashed potato.
Why did I make so many butter-specific meals? Oh, goodness.
I guess I've just got to take this lobster and dip it in this. Snap.
Well, that's okay. I guess I'll just jerk off with... Oh, my hands are dry, too. If only I had some butter. So much cream in the house.
But no butter. So much dairy.
Oh, damn it. If only I had a son who loved me.
Exactly.
I'll just stare at the toast and the corn and the bran. The popcorn also.
Yeah.
My penis. I look at all of these things.
Luckily, she did not have one. Unfortunately for her.
I guess no butter for me. Guys, we got a review. I don't know if
we did.
Yeah, we got a really great review. We got recently voted. I'm just pumped about this, by the way.
Yeah.
We recently got voted #1 podcast to listen to while you just scrape away at that problem you've been having. By Koala Burn Ward magazine. It's the #1 magazine of people who run or work at a koala burn ward.
I mean, KBWM has always been friendly to us.
Yes, also a great radio station. The Burn.
KWM.
Oh, Nori, you've been burned. I lost it. Anyway.
what would their soundboard look like?
Oh, geez, there's give me a screaming kawaka and a screaming koala and 3 screaming rabbits.
And then a screaming wallaby.
A screaming wallaby. All right. Give me the sound of a koala realizing that its hands have been burned clean off.
Nubsy the koala.
Hey, give me Nubsy.
Nibs.
Dan, I think you were saying we got another review.
We
right?
did get another review. We got the best podcast to listen to while following a line exactly by Cutter's Quarterly. CQ.
CQ.
Oh.
CQ.
Good old CQ.
Cutter's
The sister magazine to GQ.
Oh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, both of them are about tailoring.
Yeah. Cutter's Quarterly and Gutter's Quarterly.
Gutter's Quarterly. It's when you cut a ditch in your fucking leg.
Yeah.
to find out that you can still feel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all about really letting it go. With the Gutter's Quarterly. Dude, yeah. Cutter's Quarterly. It's a good one. That's a good... It's the magazine that you can just... lets you feel again, you know?
Lets you feel again.
Yeah.
When you're wondering if you're still alive, Cutter's Quarterly.
Don't succumb to the numb Cutter's Quarterly. Slice into it.
Give life a stab.
The cutting edge of news and information. We catch all the leaks.
If you think you can feel, if you think you might not be able to feel, better try Peel. Cutter's Quarterly.
Guys, this is gonna be a really great episode. We're doing most metal Dr. Seuss character.
Yeah.
And most metal, because it's St. Patrick's Day coming up, most metal color green.
Shade of green.
Yes, whatever. Most metal shade of green.
The color green is green.
Color green, whatever. Like, I feel like that's fine. Not the most metal, the color green.
Dan and I disagree.
Shade and color, whatever. Fuck you guys. That's it. What color green is that, you would say to someone?
And you'd be
What
wrong.
color of green is that? It's the
You
same
would
as
definitely say shade of green.
You would say, whatever, fuck this. I don't even want to do it now. Fuck that. Throw away all your research. We're doing red. Starting now.
What color of red?
Color
Dan blood. Dan blood is the color of red I enjoy. Let's start with Dr. Seuss character, fuckface. Go ahead and roll, Mr. Shades.
You're not going to describe the
19, go fuck yourself, too. Shit ass
2.
Great.
What color of 2 is that?
Color of is fine. It's a colloquial fucking term.
I'm just joking. Now I'm fucking with you because it makes you mad.
Yeah.
Remember how Natch Twombo used to piss me off? How does it feel? How does it feel to be on the other side of that?
rarely give you
Spinach
shit.
Captain.
Yeah.
What color of green is
What
the spinach
shade
Captain?
of anger are you? Just go, dick face.
It's my favorite episode of this podcast.
All right.
Impartial Randy. Go fuck yourself too. But thank you for the sandwich earlier.
All right. My most metal Dr. Seuss character. I'm gonna go with Thing 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Right?
Very
Because
specific.
because he has to be so furious at Thing 1. Always gets to talk first, always gets to go first, and he's like fucking just sitting there like seething with fucking rage, like
Yeah.
can't wait. Because I'm sure there was a Thing 3 at one point, and Thing 3 killed Thing 2 and became Thing 2, and
Yeah.
Thing 2 killed Thing 1 and became Thing 1. So that's how the Thing hierarchy goes.
Yeah.
So he's just like, there can be 2, but there should only be 1. It's like Highlander amongst the things.
Yeah.
He eventually will kill Thing 1 and assume Thing 1's form.
I like to the built-in, like, if you have a built-in to your name caste system like
Yeah.
that going on with the Thing peoples, like, you would think, like, immediately, like, if you were like, yeah, you're Thing 4, you're like, I'm just going to kill myself. Fuck this.
There was probably Thing 3 through 100, and they
Yeah.
all just committed suicide.
Absolutely. Thing 2's like, this isn't, there's always, as long as there's somebody below you, you can live, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah,
I'm Thing Silver, and this
Yeah.
is Thing Gold.
yeah, Thing 2 would be fucking furious.
Yeah, he's just seething with rage.
Yeah. Plus, I like that they're just two like goblins. Like they're
Yeah, just causing trouble and mayhem the
Yeah.
entire time they came out.
yeah, like those goblins that would be on the wing of planes and shit in World War II that like pilots would see.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that. That's just all they are. Then they're like manifestations of like the Cat in the Hat.
yeah.
Wills into existence. Just like fuck yeah, just little scene servants, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking yeah. The thing 2. That's yeah.
Thing 2.
It's incredibly specific.
It is.
You don't think about like Thing 1 and like what it had to do to become Thing 1 and then like
I
make
just
it
I just
more?
think that Thing 2's hatred
Yeah.
puts it over the top.
it does have the motivation. It
Yeah.
has the motive to do something.
I mean, Thing 1 has hit the mountaintop. Like
Yeah.
it's got nowhere to go but down.
yeah. Thing 2 gonna
Thing
do
2
got
has
some
something to
malevolence.
has something to strive for and to murder.
Yeah. All right. That's a great choice. Thing 2 is great. I agree. I like that. I'm going to go with the obvious choice. But not for the obvious reasons you think.
Sure.
I'm going to go with the Grinch.
That's a good one.
The Grinch, super evil, like just incarnate, like it's his thing.
Yeah.
Voiced by Boris Karloff in the fucking show, who's fucking, and he's sick.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to touch him with a 39.5-foot pole if you're
Yeah.
the narrator. That's a pretty bad dude.
Yeah.
What I like about the Grinch in the original story, He lived for 53 years in seclusion on the edge of a cliff. Pretty tight.
Yeah.
Just had a tiny dog just to keep company, whom he didn't even like. He treated with fucking like whatever. So then he sees some people having Christmas. He sees that as an affront to his misery, right?
Yeah.
So their happiness burns at his soul to see. So he goes down into town, steals literally everything. Their food, the last log on the fire, like all their everything, and then his plot is to just push it off the edge of into an abyss.
Yeah.
That's it. He's not even going to do anything with it. He's not even like hoarding it to have it. He's
No.
like, no, I'm just going to destroy this shit, which is a pretty epic level of evil.
Yeah.
Also, a little girl wakes up and sees him do it, and he lies to a little girl's face and sends her back to bed with the full plot to destroy this town's shit. Fucking pretty badass, right? Now, also I liked the it was basically like oh, never mind. I was gonna say it was like something else he was doing. Anyway, but the reason why I really chose The Grinch
Sure.
is in 1982, there was a TV movie called The Grinch, Grinches, the Cat in the Hat.
Oh.
So the Grinch fucks over the Cat in the Hat, who's already kind of a weird, like
Asshole.
asshole
Yeah,
character.
it's kind of psychotic character.
He's like a Loki kind of character, he's a
Yeah,
trickster
yeah.
god.
Yeah.
So the Grinch fucks with the Cat in the Hat. Now what happens is in the beginning the Grinch gets into a mild road. He gets into a road rage incident with the Cat in the Hat. Basically, the Cat in the Hat like cuts him off. So he flips out, chases the Cat in the Hat back to his house, then steals this machine. Right. I'm gonna read the exact synopsis because it's quite horrifying. So the cat returns to the safety of his house, but the Grinch follows him there to demonstrate a device he has invented called the vacuum sound sweeper that scrambles all sounds within a 50-mile radius, including the cat's voice. Back home, the Grinch decides to upgrade the sweeper into a, quote, dark house, an anti-lighthouse that spreads beams of darkness. That's the most epically evil shit
Yeah.
ever. He builds an anti-lighthouse with black beams that go, which you might have seen from the Hellraiser 2 series, with the black lighthouse that spreads black beams across. Yeah. And so, anyway, so because of all those reasons, the Grinch is just the most evil, demon-like, crazy fucking character.
Fucking A.
Yeah. I just, the Grinch.
Chaotic evil.
One other thing about the Grinch that I found surprising even as a kid, and now even more so, he seems like he's very super badass because he survives his heart like quintupling in size.
Yeah.
Like a slightly enlarged heart will kill the average person. His heart
Grows four times the
four times the normal size that it was before,
Which
and he lives.
He does have, to start out with, he has a tiny heart,
he has
like
a
a
shriveled-
bird-sized
yeah.
heart.
Yeah, but in anatomy,
Not-
that would
that's not
just
to
be
disprove you.
there would be something filling that space, some
Yeah.
liquid or another, and
Right.
he didn't burst like a balloon when his heart expanded rapidly.
That would have been so great. It's like, and then the Grinch's heart grew 4 sizes that day, and then just
He just explodes out of his
just
chest.
grabs his
Like a
chest,
fucking chest
screaming.
burster.
Just
Yeah, like a chest burster.
you just watch his eyes fill with blood and shit. It's like it just hemorrhages.
That would be such a fucking like epic alien crossover on Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah, fucking just for no reason. And it's a total surprise, like out
Yeah.
of nowhere. I fucking I love that. Just him screaming, clutching his heart. Oh God, what did your love do to me? Never have joy in your heart, children. You're a dead man, Mr. Grinch.
He calls him Kildren.
You're a rotten, stinky corpse. Your heart is fucking bursting. You've shitting in your shorts, Mr. Grinch. Oh, fuck. So there's our choices. Dan chose Thing 2. I chose The Grinch. We're going to put those up Wednesday on our Instagram stories. Let you guys vote on them. You decide who had the most metal choice. Pollmaster General. Matt Silber. We'll put those up.
Yep.
Thank you again, Matt Silber, for doing that. Dan, did you have a backup?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Shit, I can't remember. I think it's Horton Hears a Who. There's the thing, the Oncelet, that destroys entire ecosystems. Do you know it's the thing that's cutting down all the trees? There's
is that from the Lorax, maybe?
Oh, the Lorax, yeah.
Okay.
So the Lorax, it's the thing that's fighting, that the Lorax is fighting, and it just destroys the ecosystems of entire worlds and just shows up somewhere else and just starts wiping it out. And so, it's killed like untold millions of civilizations before it encounters the Lorax.
Right.
And it's fucking nuts. It's like Galactus. It's the Dr. Seuss Galactus of the mythology.
That fucking rocks. There's just a herald. There's just a Thing 2 on a surfboard. He's just on a crazy bicycle with like 40 fucking pedals. It's like
a skateboard with razor blade wheels.
Yeah. Run for your lives and do what you can, but here comes the onslaught to destroy all the land. Well, thank you, Thing 2. That sucks. The Lorax is awesome because it's like this pro environmentalism book that Dr. Seuss is like about like helping saving the environment. I found this out in my research, but in people got mad that there was a pro-environment book. So what is the National Wood Flooring Company put out a book at the same time in the the 80s, 70s called The Truax, and it's a pro-logging version of the Lorax.
Woof.
Where they it's pretty fucking stupid. I don't know. Mr. Guardbark is a weird hippie and who's just throwing a fit that people are making wood flooring. What a dickhead! And that's basically it. It's like it's not very good.
Shocking.
Yeah, but I just thought that was like hilariously heinous.
Yeah.
That it was like, don't you? Yeah. So
you're so fucking evil that a kid's book sets you off.
It really upsets you that kids are gonna. Oh, they're having a terrible. They don't understand. I make money off of this.
There's money in them trees.
I don't know. This isn't. You don't get it. You have to. Look. That's why I wrote the Frackax. It's a book about how fracking is good.
Yeah.
And then the Frackax injects love into the earth.
There's the nucleator. He's just a wonderful atomic energy goblin. Just out there making joy and treats for kids.
The Atomax. Yes, I love him.
The Atomax. Making all the kids' hearts glow. With love and radiation.
Let's make some room here in Nagasaki, huh? Too cluttered, says the Atomax. My God. The one slot?
One slot.
Yeah.
One slit.
One slit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. I think it's a really great.
Probably a play on Onslaught, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, I have no idea, but I'm guessing.
My backup, Dr. Randy, Dan.
Yeah.
Marvin K. Mooney from the book Marvin K. Mooney, Will You Please Go Now by Dr. Seuss, because it's 36 pages telling Marvin K. Mooney to fuck off.
Yeah.
Every single page is, hey, I don't care if you take a boat, I don't take you take a train, get the fuck out of here, you're making me insane.
Yeah.
It's just a rhyme like that every time. Go fuck yourself now, go fuck yourself tomorrow, get the fuck out of here before I blow a hole in your fucking... Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll blow a hole through your marrow. It's just Marvin K. Mooney, it's just 36 pages telling Marvin K. Mooney to fucking leave, and he doesn't leave. And then the last page, he just goes, all right, I'm gonna leave. And he just like takes, but he leaves when he decides,
Right.
basically. Like, so it's just like the ultimate dickhead move. Well, it was time, so Marvin K. Mooney left. Or whatever. It was just like, it's so, I'm like, so you don't know what this guy did, but he pissed off the narrator so bad. Like, this dude just like never tires of telling this guy to go fuck himself, and he just refuses. So the world, just a Punisher, if you know, it's just the guy at the party who won't fucking fuck off.
Yeah.
So you guys want to, like, yeah, you're like, well, everybody's gone, and I'm pretty tired. Got to get up early tomorrow. Yeah, crazy. So Monopoly, or what do you guys think?
I got another line of blow if you want to do it.
Yeah. Anybody?
I guarantee Dr. Seuss was thinking of a person in particular when he wrote that book.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that just pissed him off and he wanted to get rid of him and couldn't.
Yeah, apparently.
Probably like Marvin R. Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just
No, it's not about you.
Just change the middle initial. This is about Marvin K. Mooney, not Marvin K. R. Rooney or whatever. Marvin K. Mooney. Like, it's they made a parody of it with Dr. Seuss's like permission later for Richard M. Nixon.
Oh,
And they just did a
fantastic.
whole book where they just put Richard M. Nixon, will you please leave now? It's fucking great. I just love, I'm like, man, this guy must fucking suck. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty badass. But yeah, that's my backup. Do you have any others?
I have one other one.
Okay.
It's just in the book. I think it's called If I Had a Zoo.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sure.
And he mentions a creature called the spotted atrocious,
Nice.
and it has 60-pound teeth.
Nice.
And that is fucking insane. That's a lot. That's a big fucking tooth.
Damn, that's a fourth grader each tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I'm guessing.
When you pick them up, it feels like 60
Yeah,
pounds.
dude, at least. Well, I mean, if you get a bag in each hand and you're like, well, is it the top half and is the bottom? What?
Well, my car can only hold like 300 extra pounds, and so I'm pretty much stuck with only 5 kids in the trunk. 6 kids, and then fucking starts bouncing on the back wheels. Fucking rough. So I'm guessing 60 pounds.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, you're like, I think it can hold like fourth graders, something like that. 3, 4th graders, something like that. Yeah, that's a fucking great one. I wanted to look up like weird specific animals and stuff, but I couldn't like find one. I wish I could have just gone to a library and just read through all the books in an hour or something real fast. That would have been like the ideal move, but I'm feeling pretty good about my choices, like with that black
Grinch
lighthouse
for
thing.
sure. Yeah, Grinch for sure.
Yeah, I wanted to beat it, but anyway. So I think that's gonna do it, though. We'll that'll bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah, my heart. Ah,
It grew 4 sizes too big.
so much love. Ah, left arm tingling from the love. Ah. Left side of my face. Ah. Drooping.
Put your arms up in the air.
Oh, so much Christmas joy. So much Christmas joy.
Smelling the joy of plastic. The joy of burnt hair and plastic.
Oh, someone. Give me an adrenaline shot. Too much Christmas cheer. Guys, this is the next topic. We're going to be doing most metal shade of green. Shade of green. No other way to say it, apparently. Fuck you if you think any different. You piece of shit, ignorant fuck who sucks. Fuck you, dumb dick. Shade of green, you fucking unread fucking hillbilly. Fucking living in a trailer your whole life, just breathing in the fucking toxic fumes of every glue substance is holding that shit together. Color green, you sound like a fucking dick. So I get to go first.
Oh, man.
Metal shade of green. I'm gonna choose a specific shade of green, invented in 1973, that I'm going to call Exorcist vomit.
Okay.
This was the vomit from the movie Exorcist,
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
which was literally, actually pea soup.
Yeah, split pea soup.
Yeah. I mean, we knew what it was supposed to be in the
Yeah.
movie, but it was 100% actually that. They just put pea soup in a fucking tube and blew it all over fucking Max von Sydow. And that's a fucking it's an iconic fucking scene. It's
Absolutely.
an iconic color.
Yeah.
It made that scene even fucking worse and more gross than it was.
Yeah.
Made
Also, didn't do anything good for split pea soup sales.
it did
No.
not.
No, it did not.
Yeah, just some British company like, I don't know. I hear this new movie's got our product in it. So
Product placement.
it's the Exorciser or something. I didn't listen. I didn't really. It's pretty good. Linda Blair's in it. Can't be in it. Little Linda Blair.
She's cute.
To me, it's just that's such an iconic scene, such a fucking evil movie. It fucked up a whole generation of people having watched it. And
Also, the rig they made up to do the split pea soup is fucking nuts.
yeah, it's a really crazy fucking whole
Yeah.
system that was a real fucking technical challenge. I was reading up on it. I was actually really blown away that it really was split pea soup, because that's a weird. Because you would just make something, you know what I mean? Like mix in this day and age, you'd be like, whatever, we'll just mix something, and then we can.
That movie was super low budget.
Yeah.
They only had so much money to dedicate to certain areas, and that was one of them.
That
was
fucking-
getting that rig made up.
It's so gross. It's so much like, because it's like a real food and not like a colorful like.
Yeah, it makes
thing.
it look like straight up
Gross.
awful, terrible vomit.
Yeah, it looks like horrible bile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Linda Blair's Exorcist vomit, green.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Exorcist vomit green.
Yes.
All right.
Dan, what's your choice of most metal color of green?
Well, I'm going to go with the color that made you the angriest. Spinach green. When you were watching, what is it? Drive-ins, dives, and
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
diners, drive-ins, and drives. When Guy Fieri watched a dude making salad and said, "Whoa there, spinach captain." and the amount of rage that you still exhibit every time you hear that brings me joy inside that I can't explain.
I cannot stand. Like that. There's that kind of blowhard guy you'll meet that'll just say whatever, like, like, whatever. Whoa, nice shoes there, Captain Shoes, or whatever. And you're like, what the? And he makes you so impossibly mad.
Yeah,
I get that from Guy Fieri like so fucking much. I can't. It's just like, that's his whole being is that guy. I fucking hate that dude. I know it's like a hacky thing to hate, but it's specifically that. Like his douchey look, his whole thing. I don't give a fuck about any of that, but just that thing. Like I find it just so irritating.
But what I think is funny about it, because if he called him Captain Spinach,
yeah, that would have been
that's
better.
fine.
Yeah.
But instead he referred to him as Spinach Captain, which is insane.
Yeah.
Because that implies that someone can captain spinach, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's not a thing. It's the banana red of if it were a Mad Dog flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, dude. Yeah, there was a thing. Somebody's making soup on the show, and then he always has to just say whatever. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of cayenne. Whoa, get spicy with it, daddy, or whatever. Gonna add a little cream. Oh yeah, cream dream. Or whatever, and you're like, what? And then he throws in, you're like, now we're gonna throw some fresh spinach in it, and he's like, whoa there, spinach captain, and it made me so mad. I still get mad.
Yeah, you're still mad right
It
now.
fucking makes me so mad. It's just like not even funny. It's just whatever word association goes around in this dude's fucking pina colada brain. Fucking, I hate this shit.
His vacant auditorium of a mind.
Dude, it just his head is just a fucking like a bleach-haired fishbowl full of fucking Bud Light lime.
Yeah.
Just it fucking bums me out so much.
Clamato.
Yeah. And then we're gonna make an omelet. Let me get a bite of that. Yeah, or whatever. And you're like, I fucking hate you. Fucking sucks. Like it's just, it's not even a joke. It's like not even a joke what he's saying. It's just like a random whatever word association. It's fucking heinous. I hate it so much.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, fucking sucks. So that's a great choice.
Yeah.
The color green that rages me out.
Yeah.
Spinach Captain Green.
Spinach Captain Green. That's what we'll call it.
All right, those are our choices for most metal shade of green. Everybody, Exorcist Vomit Pea Soup Green or Spinach Captain Green.
Spinach Captain Green.
In quotation marks, Spinach Captain Green. We're going to put those up on Instagram stories on Wednesday. Pollmaster General Matt Silver will put those up and let you guys vote on them. You let us know which one's the most metal. I had a backup. This one rightfully should have been my first choice, but when we're going metal, I went with the metal choice and the other metal choice. But this one, I'm picking Scheele's Green, also called Schloss Green. It is chemically a hydrogen arsenite. So it's chemically rated to a color called Paris green. But anyway, this green has arsenic that flakes off and becomes dust, and people breathe.
Oh.
And in the 1700s, early 1800s, killed a fuck ton of people, including probably Napoleon.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes. So two of the main theories are like that when he was being held in St. Helena, I believe, when he was in exile, he had this room that was painted green, his favorite color, and then when he died, they tested it like his hair and stuff like way later, and it was like just chock full of arsenic, and then he died of a stomach thing, which is also like
arsenic,
something arsenic does. But also there's they used to add it to dresses. And so that's like what would cause a lot of fainting and shit, and like women with the vapors, quote unquote, was just arsenic green dresses.
Wow.
In November 20th, 1861, Matilda Schuer, a 19-year-old artificial flower maker, died of, quote, accidental poisoning. So she would add this green dust pigment to leaves and stuff to make it more green.
Yeah.
And then the green dust would get all over her hands and face, and she would eat with her hands. And so, this is the quote from the article. She, quote, vomited green waters. The whites of her eyes turned green, and she told the doctor that everything that she looked at was green. And then everything, including her fingernails, had turned green, and the arsenic had reached her stomach, liver, and lungs.
Jesus.
So yeah.
So she died hard.
She died super hard. She died as green as you can go. She got green to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just to me that was just a kick-ass historical green that was fucking deadly and fucked up.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Scheele's Green or Schloss Green.
Schloss Green.
Yes.
Dope.
Yes.
Awesome. I like it.
Thank you. Green to death.
Green to death. Green to death, Spinach Captain.
You're just... Yeah.
Answer is yes.
She died of green spleen. Boom.
Boom.
That is from the Patreon episode. I noticed that in all 80s movies, when a lady pulled her hooters out, they made the sound of a timpani drum.
Yeah.
Boom. It's fucking great. Now I want to play the timpani drum. It's the one
all
instrument.
The time.
It's the instrument I want to learn. It's the timpani. Dan, did you have a backup?
I do have a backup. It is bottle green, which is the green that they use put in those green beer bottles, like the Heineken and stuff. And the reason why is because unlike brown beer bottles, if you drink it down almost till it's empty, so there's just a small amount of liquid in the bottom, and then you slap the top of the bottle, it'll blow the bottom out of the bottle. So we used to just shatter those bottles on the regular. We'd slam the beer and then break the bottle by pounding on the fucking neck.
Oh,
of it.
that
how much liquid do you need? Like
I'm
not a
interested
lot.
in this too. Well, yeah,
much.
but I mean, if you had to give it and say,
Inches.
some kind of measurement.
like maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Oh,
An eight?
wow.
Well,
Very
okay.
little. Okay.
Yeah,
So like half a sip.
pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
And you could we would do it over a fucking garbage can and blow out the fucking bottom of the bottle because it made you feel like a king. Like
Yeah.
it was just like, douche, yeah.
It's specifically the green ones that
It
do
was
that?
the green ones were easier.
Okay.
That fucking rules.
The brown glass ones were harder.
Okay.
I don't even know if I ever managed to do it once, but the green bottles you fucking could.
Nice.
I think also because they didn't make them as thick.
Yeah.
I think the glass was thinner,
There probably might be the shape too of like
Yeah.
the like some crease in the glass or something.
something
maybe.
like that. But in any case,
That fucking rules.
yeah, it was dope.
Oh, now I want to fucking learn that fucking move.
It's not
Now
hard.
I want to power through a Heineken.
Dude, that's really saying something.
Yeah.
If you're craving a Heineken, like that's
What?
yeah, something that's a mighty. I don't know if anybody's ever even said that.
Dude, many people have said that. I've said it myself. For sure. There used to be way back. It's had like 3 different owners since. But the guy that owned Nick's Coney Island here in Portland,
Oh, sure.
when I first moved here, they would serve Heineken by the pitcher.
Oh.
And it was so fucking cold. Like it was in glass pitchers, and they would just be coated in frost.
Oh, so they froze the
So it was
pitchers.
like it was almost fucking frozen
Yeah.
Heineken, and then it was nearly drinkable.
Yeah. That
You
sounds
could-
too
you
cold
could-
to
fun.
taste.
You could kill half a fucking pitcher of that before you could start tasting it.
That fucking sounds awesome.
They were pretty cheap too. It was like $4 or $5 for
Wow.
a pitcher. Yeah, but this was in like '96.
Okay.
So
I just watched a guy do it with a Corona bottle, and that looked pretty fucking cool, actually. I'm gonna do it now. All right, everybody. Looks like my sober break is over. Sorry.
gotta slam a beer and then break the bottom out of the
Well,
bottle.
I need to get good at it, so I'm gonna
You're
need
gonna have to do a 6
as many as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! My hands are tied here, people.
What can we do?
Jesus Christ!
I'm surprised that you didn't know you could do that. I was thinking that you knew about it.
I had a buddy that would break them over his head at parties. Like that was just
it's a different thing.
Yeah. Different skill. Definitely a different skill. Yeah, definitely the
Skill's a strong word.
Mostly involving a lot more concussions.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking funny. There was I don't know if I ever told this story, but there was one time where our buddy Phil, my buddy Danny could do it. My other friend Phil was trying to like do it too, and he didn't know how to do it, but he was just drunk and wanted to because my buddy Danny was like center of attention at this party. So Phil had so many miss hits. And he was just like, Danny's like, psh, and everybody's like, woo, and then Phil's like, all right, hold up, goong, and people are like, oh, he's like, hold on, goong. King, and he's like, and you just went, and then we go, psh, and everybody's like, cool, Phil, you did it. And you just watch like the side of his head swell up. It was like he got these 3 huge knots on his head, and we were like, that's great, man. Like, you fucking, yeah,
You did it.
yeah, you got a head trauma.
Okay, so aside from just doing it real hard, what's the trick behind breaking a bottle over your head?
I think it's just the where you hit the bottle, what kind of bottle, and like at what part of your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's harder parts of your head than other parts.
Right.
Parts where it hurts less. Probably since you're hitting yourself, there's probably something about that force, but like the fucking the physics of hitting yourself as hard as you need to.
Probably needs to be like right in the center of the bottle, like on the back point, like right here.
Yeah, probably something like that. I can't remember. I think it was corner of the bottle, temple.
Oh,
If
sure.
you can try it at home.
Sure.
Pretty. If I could, I think it's like that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Just in the temple, the softest part right there behind the
I was gonna say
eye ridge.
Like
in
right in
your
the eye.
on your forehead, right above your eye,
Oh yeah.
and then make sure the bottle is cracked first
Here's what.
Right.
Okay. All right.
and full of other shards of glass.
I got it.
Pointy side
I'm
towards
remem-
your face.
I'm remembering now. It's you have a friend do it,
Uh-huh.
and it's neck of the bottle down
Okay.
in a stabbing motion, onto the occipital lobe, just right on the back of your head where the source of your vision is.
Okay.
And if you see stars, you're doing it.
You did it right.
Keep going. All right, well, I think that's going to do it, and that'll bring us to the polls. All right.
Whoa there, Orange Captain.
Aren't you glad we're doing the show with you?
Yeah.
All right. This is quite appealing. Vitamin C you in
Hell.
hell, bitch.
Sure. Yeah. Let's use that.
Anyway, guys, I was going to bring us to the polls. Where producer Randy. He's going to tell us some bullshit from last week.
I am.
Anyway, yeah, what happened last week?
Last week we had episode 17,
Sick.
which was Most Metal Fortified Wine and Most Metal Barry White Song.
Oh.
Oh, right. Barry White
Clank.
song.
So,
Okay.
for Most Metal Fortified Wine, with 69%
Yes.
of the votes, was
The sex thing, right?
right.
That's why we did that?
Right.
Okay.
Thunderbird.
Oh, shit.
Thunderbird Fortified Wine.
Oh.
Oh, it wasn't the Russian one?
Yep. No, wait, no.
Okay.
So,
Not
that
the Russian
blackens the mouth,
It does fuck shit up.
which is fucking crazy.
And for Most Metal Barry White Song, with 64% of the votes, was
Less nice.
Less nice. Can't get enough of your love.
Ah, there we go. It's all about that breakdown. It's the,
Yeah.
I don't want to see no panties. Oh, yeah. I don't want to see your eyes look up at me. Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, put that funnel in your mouth. You know what's happening. Oh, shit.
Bite that pillow.
Oh, girl. Put that doggy scratch cone around your neck, because we're going to fill it up with dumps. I'm going to shit on your neck. The heat's coming down. Love lumps flopping your way.
I can't.
Plippity ploppity.
I do not want to riff on this. I don't.
Sloppity ploppity. Poopity doop. Scoopity scoop. This is the worst Barry White impression that's ever happened. Doesn't even sound anything like a Barry White voice
why?
or song. No, the subject matter, sure.
Barry Rhea.
Oh, fuck. If you want to hear more poop-related humor, subscribe to Patreon and listen to our newest episode.
Wow,
It
does it have a
is-
lot of it?
It is... It's a shitty one. It's a real shitty one. Literally. It's shitty. So shitty.
So very
We-
coated in poop.
We got a little... It's the Green Day's Dookie of our episodes.
Yeah.
Is that why you didn't want to get near it, or is it because I'm doing a Barry White impression?
I literally honestly couldn't think of anything that wasn't like
Yeah.
that was clever enough.
Right.
And just I ran out of shit material in the Patreon
Yeah.
episode.
No worries. Yeah.
The poo puns didn't come very quickly.
Oh, the poupons?
The pupuns. The pupuns.
Poupons.
It's usually considered to be a mustard, but in this case, Grey Poupon.
What made you more mad than Spinach Captain?
It kind of did. I was like a little bit blown away.
I have never seen your face make that face before.
I don't know why.
Because it's really fucking stupid what I just said. That's why. Real dumb.
No. Well, the
Like,
look,
beyond dumb.
let's
Can't
not
even
discount.
articulate
Let's
it.
not discount what Randy added. No, it was fine. But no, thank you everybody that voted. We thank you so much for doing that and making your voices heard. Guys, vote while you can. That's what we say in
Yep.
this country.
Might be the last time.
Yeah, you never know. So get them in. And so thank you guys so much for that. And I think that's going to bring us to our last segment, the Ride the Lightning round.
Ride the lightning round.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Ride the Lightning round. This is the part where producer Dr. Randy.
Yeah.
Wolfman Randy.
Dr. Randy. Oh, shit, the hits are coming down tonight. We're going to be playing Poop on Me by Barry White.
It's the Midnight Rider. Wolfman Randy.
Take a Good Duke is Barry White. Yeah, right. Gonna go just right after this, a brief message from
The Duke.
Shitters.
The Duke of Duke.
But producer Randy goes on Wookie
Wookieepadia.
Oh, what's that, Dan?
That's actually Dan, you would know what that is.
I mean, it's a strain of weed.
Oh, okay. And we're brought to you by Wookieepadia. It's the only strain of weed guaranteed to be a perfect blend of indica and sativa.
Uh-huh. So it's a hybrid.
A statindica.
And the buds are hairy as fuck.
Yes, each bud looks like a Chewbacca's balls, like a single testicle on a Wookiee.
A Wookiee testicle.
That's right. Brown, hairy, shaggy, sticky, icky.
Kind of sweaty.
Wookieepadia. Any weed that looks even roughly like a Chewbacca's ball sack, we will send it to you. You can smoke it or don't. We don't give a shit. Pay us, though.
It makes you sound like Chewbacca.
We're the only prescription Wookiee-themed pot dealership
We're
online.
a pot dealership. Like
Yes.
cars.
Like cars.
What like so if I were to go to this dealership, what would
I'm glad you asked, Randy. Wookieepadia, that's the highest quality satindicas and Indivas you've ever had. Our special pathologists,
Yeah.
weed engineers,
Weed engineer, yeah.
boncologists will specifically send whatever we have to you, fuckface.
You like eatables?
Yeah,
Welcome.
that's what we call them.
Eatables.
Eatables.
Edibles. Everybody's got edibles.
Yeah.
We have
Eatables.
eatables.
how many different colors of green are they coming?
Schloss green,
Yeah.
Sheeler green, Paris green, pea soup.
Yeah. Pea soup
And-
cream
Yeah,
and spinach cap.
yeah, and fuck, gotta have that spinach captain.
Electric spinach captain.
Spinach captain is the greatest name for weed. It's the only place that makes sense
Yeah.
in this world. So sign up for Wookieepadia. You already have.
If you live in Portland, you're automatically a member.
We've stolen your information just by listening to this podcast. We're located in somewhere Ukraine, probably. Wookieepadia. And producer Randy also goes on Wikipedia.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And he hits the random button 2 times.
Yep.
Picks 2 different topics.
Uh-huh.
Dan and I, with the full knowledge of all things in the universe, having smoked so much Wikipedia, so much Satindica,
So much satin.
that we've tapped into the crystalline mainframe, the mycelium knowledge that is the whole universe.
Mycelium network that allows us to travel through time and space.
That's
oh,
right.
sure. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
Well, across the flat circles, that is time.
Yeah.
And and since we know everything, we'll know exactly what these 2 topics are, and we'll tell you the most metal things about them. Randy, what are our topics?
Your first one
Yes.
is Alice Kober.
Alice Kober.
Kober.
Alice Kober.
And the second one is KUNR.
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 Well, I mean Alice Kober for sure. I mean, it's obvious.
Uh-huh.
It was, Alice Cooper's stepsister.
Uh-huh.
And she would tour with him. And she sang a few songs, Girl. There's that one song, Poison, that Alice Cooper had. She had one too. It was called Tainted Water.
Oh, yeah. That's where she had that special dance that she came up with, the Cobra Strike.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like a cobra.
And there she had another hit song.
Deadly Cobra.
She had another
Is
song.
this wordplay working for you?
She had another song like No More Mrs. Kinda Nice Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And School's Out for a Little while.
School's out for 3 months.
School's out for 3 months.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So many. She had Have Lunch with My Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Such a good jam. I loved it. Yeah. So many good, great Alice Cooper songs.
Alice Cooper.
Cobra songs.
Yeah, she would paint only half of her face.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
The lower half. She would just paint like the lower half of her face and leave her eyes like completely
had half
free.
a top hat.
Half a top hat.
Which half?
The top of the top hat.
Yeah.
Top half.
It would just hover.
Yeah. It was honestly pretty fucking weird.
Yeah, it is
when you
super
saw it.
weird. Yeah. Yeah, Alice Cooper. So many sweet jams.
So many sweet jams.
I believe her music was featured in the movie Days of Confused.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Yeah, it's really great. Also in the movie Wayne's Area.
Yeah. Wayne's Place.
Wayne's Planet.
Yeah.
All those movies.
Yeah, all the Wayne's movies except for, oddly enough, Wayne's World.
Not in there.
Which she left to her stepbrother, Alice Cooper.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. KUNR though.
KUNR.
KUNR.
Yeah. The K-unner, as they would call it. Cunner, right? It was like coming at you live. It's a radio station. As a 103.3. K-unner. Because we're coming at you, K under your balls. Yeah, you could hear you'd hear all the greats on that one. Weasel and the Duck. The men's bathroom. That was a cool one. Wood shop was another one. It was like a metal, but it was like metal shop, but it was like for folk music. It's called Wood Shop. K-unner. It was also it's also a big shock jock Howard Steen on K-unner your balls.
Harold Steen.
Yeah. He had his as character Butt Man.
Cheek Man.
Yes, Cheek Man, and Queef Dude.
Queef Dude, yeah.
Yeah. K-unner. Radio station was really cool. They actually really kind of I think it was the very first radio station to ever have like a do parody songs and stuff. It was pretty cool. That's it. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'm running out of steam.
Yeah.
I'm completely out of it.
K Underground.
K under your balls. 103.3 on the record dive. It's a K, so it's this side of the. So it was Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
K under.
Randy,
what were we talking about?
Yeah, sure. So KUNR was the flagship national public radio station in Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did they have a nickname? Like The Wolf?
I think it's NPR.
Oh, all right.
The Unlistened, I think was their catchphrase in Reno, Nevada.
The Sticky Mouth. Yeah.
run out of the University of Nevada in Reno. Alice Kober.
Well, that explains the UNR.
Right.
Yeah.
Alice Kober was an American classicist.
Bitch, fuck you.
Not classist.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got fucking... It's like, fuck that rich asshole.
For extensive investigations that eventually led to the decipherment of Linear B.
Of course.
Of course, Linear B.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, they deciphered Linear A very
well,
quickly.
Linear B was like the greatest rapper of all time.
He was the greatest Dark Age rapper.
Yeah, it was really hard to decipher his raps. Like that's how good his ciphers were.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linear B, right, Randy?
The Linear B is the undeciphered script of an unidentified Aegean language of the Bronze Age.
Hell yeah.
See, we were right.
Yeah. Aegean because they don't know how old it is.
And we're done.
No, what is Aegean, Randy?
Aegean is the area of Europe where Greece and Turkey and the eastern side of Italy is. Yeah, that's all the Aegean.
The Aegean Sea.
Yeah.
So, Turkey.
Formerly Persia.
Right.
Persia
the cat.
Correct.
I just want to keep going down. I just want to keep pretending I don't know what things
Country
are.
full of cats.
Yes.
All hairless.
Where Parmesan cheese is from.
Correct.
There we go. Hey.
Parmesan cheese made out of cat's milk.
Purr.
Yeah.
Parmesan. Blah.
That probably is the grossest thing I've ever
This
thought.
milking cats.
Dude, milking cats, you'd have to wear a full body armor to milk a cat.
God.
Jesus Christ.
You're like, breakfast is almost up, guys. Do you have any butter? No. Grandpa. Yeah, this toast is pretty dry. It's a baguette, too. Makes it real hard. It's just hard to chew.
You got to make me some butt purr.
I guess. No.
Churn them up.
All we have is all this cow butter. Which isn't the same. If only I had a son who loved me and would milk a cat. Whip it up until it became stiff. Parmesan.
Parmesan cheese.
Guys, I think that's been the episode.
I think so, too.
I think we're
I
good.
hope so.
God damn.
It needs to end.
Really? You don't feel like 3 or 4
I can't do
more?
it anymore. I'm done.
Oh my God! Thanks, guys, everybody, for listening. I hope you didn't overload your brain with too much knowledge right there, especially at the end. So much stuff, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dan, you're gonna have any place you're gonna be in the next week or two coming up? I know next week you're gonna be opening it for Kurt Braunel at
next
Helium
not this coming weekend, but the weekend after.
Yeah.
This Wednesday I'm doing Flustercuck at Kickstand at 9:00, where stand-up comedians will do improv and improvisers will do stand-up comedy. It's a very fun show.
Mm-hmm.
And my calendar. What else is coming up? And then on Sunday, we have the my improv class show at Kickstand at 6 p.m.
Oh, nice. Fuck
So level 5 will
Sunday
be
the 9th, or the 8th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saturday the 7th, I'll be doing my show Savages at Kickstand. I think it's just gonna be me and Posse. Amanda's gonna be out of town, but definitely come check that out. It's gonna be fucking kick-ass. It's gonna be a bunch of amazing comics on it, and just that's the place you should fucking be. What else? Also Tuesday, Super Tuesday. If you live in one of the Super Tuesday states,
Please vote.
please vote. It doesn't matter who you fucking support, what you fucking like. Just get out there and vote for Bernie Sanders. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
I got one, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, same one I've been doing.
Oh, okay.
The Unloaded Comedy at Clinton Street Theater on March 20th. $15 in advance, 20th at door, with incredible comics like Tori Ward, Wendy Weiss, Jeremiah Coughlin, Sam Miller, and more.
Oh, nice. Sam's been in town a bunch. I like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
Very funny guy.
Yeah, super funny, dude.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to step on your
No,
plug.
you're good.
But yeah, so anyway, get out there, vote for Bernie. only, and stay home. But no, and so please go out and vote. And until next week, guys, fucking hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Carnival Studios.